Okay, getting ready for round 4 with this Amuletless Amulet deck. Um, I'm thinking I need to retool possibly the sideboard a little bit to deal with sort of. I don't know if combo is the right word, because like Blood Moon is kind of just like a 1 card combo against us, and then like Creativity. I don't know if that means I want something like Beast Within, which might be more of a catch-all that I feel less bad putting in than something like Force of Vigor. Even though Force of Vigor is like quite good when it's good, it's also kind of like bad when it's bad. No, that's sort of tautological. Suspending first turn search for tomorrow. How bad can it be? Turn 3, we get to play Tireless Tracker and make a clue. Looks like we're against Murktide again. Let's see if last round was a fluke or if maybe this list has a good Murktide matchup. Shredder's a problem because it probably means they're just going to get to hold up counter magic just forever. Because of the card selection. I guess if they're holding up counter magic, they're not conniving, so they're not actually getting card selection. But this incentivizes them to try and connive, which should help us resolve a Tireless Tracker if they do. Or potentially even we could resolve a Dryad. Might be even better, since it's a little less fragile. If they Spell Pierce this, I will let it get countered. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, we did put 4 Castle Garenbrigs in this deck because of this reason. So it's not like that came out of nowhere. I think I want a Cavern on Human. careful who you tap out against, I guess. Never know when I'm gonna slam a Primeval Titan. I never like to use a Grazer to block 3 damage unless, like, my life total's quite low, because, like, you can always get, like, at least 3 out of a Grazer, sort of by default. Sure thing. Oh no! My search for tomorrow. How will I go on? I know there's no use for my blue mana in my deck, but my opponent doesn't know that. So by getting Simic Growth Chamber, I'm not giving away the secrets. I feel like our layer of the Hydra is also potentially quite big. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It could be an 8/8. Murktide. 1, 2, 3. I guess I can make it a 6/6, and they'll be blocking the Titan anyway. In which case, I'll lead on Explore just for the most info. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I can do that. Because if I hit like Dryad here, I just win. Okay, so no new info. I think I get Radiant Fountain Vesuva on layer. Now, I could bounce and replay Bog, bounce and replay Radiant Fountain. Right now they have 8 in the air. So it's a 2-turn clock if they don't connive. Like, if they don't connive, then Radiant Fountain actually saves me, and unless they have a Ragavan. But I feel like they're going to have to be, like, Ragavan chump blocking anyway, so I think there's some, like, equity in bouncing and replaying Radiant Fountain. Though I don't have to play it this turn. I could play the Valakut to maximize my mana for, like, trying to double layer. Yeah, my opponent did not tap that, right? Rip red mana. By them being at 4, I now only have to make each layer a 4/4 for it to be a lethal attacker. All their card types don't matter because they don't have red mana up. Yeah, that's just gonna get counterspelled, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why don't I just make a big layer and attack? How big of a layer can I make? I'm not gonna do math. It's whatever it tells me here, +1. 12. I want to be able to do 13, probably. I guess it doesn't matter. As long as I make it 10, actually, it's able to attack through their blockers. Like, they can't double block kill. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. Probably just end up playing a Radiant Fountain or a tapped Valakut, so maybe I'll just play the Radiant Fountain now, so I'll have a green mana after I crack the clue. Worst case scenario, I suspend. Maybe suspending's loose because it might turn on a connive. Opponent's gonna have to convince me they're not dead, though. Opponent continues to tap red mana rather than blue mana for their Blue on expressive iteration. I guess I am at 1 and 2, so, you know, what do you expect? Yeah, Archmage's Charm doesn't work on lands. So, we done here? Gotcha, Otawara. Well, I'll crack a clue. I think I probably just want to replay Lair of the Hydra rather than playing the Primeval Titan and not... because I really want to attack. I also don't want to bolt myself. We could still lose this game. It's entirely within the realm of possibility. Like, opponent just needs, like, connive plus bolt. Or just double bolt. Okay, they got us. Close one. I think I'm gonna take the same plan. Cutting these things. Bringing in these things. Cutting these to keep in these. Yeah, I forgot I want to keep in the turn timbers, right? And then I don't remember what else I cut last time. Maybe the search for tomorrow's. Try it like this. I'll keep. Courser Crucifix looks strong in this hand. Moon effects could be troublesome, but we're very resilient against Ragavan. I think I want to keep Boseiju in my hand, even though I can Vesuva bounce it technically later. I think I'm just going to Cavern on Centaur here. Even though it seems like I might want to, like, Cavern out something else soon. I just think Moon is, like, the scariest thing for me right now. Of course, like, insta-punished with Dryad on top, but is what it is. Okay. Explore. And then I think I want to hold up the Boseiju in my hand. They didn't even grab a land. I'm going to be upset if I lose this match after these misplays from my opponent. Did they have another moon? Like a Magus? Magus of the Moon? Block that with Grazer all day, every day. Guess I should have attacked here. I don't really want them to cast a subtlety. Okay. Maybe Grafdigger's Cage would be an interesting. It hits. I guess it stops our own turn timbers. But I was thinking for creativity, it's also pretty good against Yawgmoth. I kind of generally think artifacts and enchantments are not necessarily what we want to put in our sideboard, because I'm still trying to think about like the past matches and how we can improve the sideboard of this list. Okay, so like I think it's good to avoid artifact and enchantments because I think people will place us on Amulet, bring in artifact hate. Dodging that artifact hate is like an advantage of this deck. So like what is the anti... It might just be Beast Within. I might just be overthinking this when I'm just supposed to Beast Within. Ragavan's gonna give it to us. Probably how we're gonna lose this game is just this Ragavan. But it's not like I can mull for Grazer. Especially since they might just bolt it anyway. That's fine. You got your instant speed divination. I would agree on that. Oops. I will not block this Ragavan if it attacks. They can have a treasure. They cannot bolt my Dryad. Yep. Good job. Ow. I suppose you can bolt my Dryad. I stand corrected. I'm going to pick up the Turn Timber here because I want to make my opponent think I'm planning to cast Turn Timber so that they hold up a counterspell, and then I go Cavernless Titan. Maybe I just want to like Chalice on one and crack some clues. Because I don't really want to be Subtletied. It also is really good against Unholy Heat. But they gotta have a counterspell. Okay, so I'm just gonna Giant here. It's not like Subtlety is the end of the world. Dress down. Okay. Guess I should have been more conscious of that possibility. Why would you tap like that? And sacrifice your clue? Nothing really matters. Sure. Okay, cool. I'm glad I won that match. I hope Stormy has a good time continuing to learn their deck. It's a complicated deck to play. Yeah. So I don't know if that says much about the matchup that those games, but that is the second Murktide we've beaten in a row. All right, see everyone for the last round.